Okay, here we go. We're going to start. Our legs are as wide as our frame. I'm going to step back a little further. I'm going to do a front raise, the squat. Up and down. The knees are tracking over the toes with a wide stance. Don't have those feet close together. As wide as your frame. Pick a different arm movement if this doesn't work for you. And we'll go for 4 and 3 and 2. Pause. Pull it back and forward. So here, I'm more going into a downward diagonal to get a bigger stretch in my back before I strengthen. Make sure the belly's pulling in, tail is slightly tucked. We pause back there for a brief second to squeeze those back muscles. I go for 8 and 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, stay bent, arms will drop down. I'm going to bring my arms all the way up and touch the bottom. Sweep up and touch. Exhale, inhale, lift and lower, lift and lower. For 4 and 3 and 2 and 1 and release. Let's go to a wide staggered stance. So my one foot's forward, my other leg is back. Try to get this leg back as far as you can so that this knee is over the ankle. Hold those palms parallel to the floor, turned in, and we come down, curl it in. Down, hammer curl in. Inhale, exhale. Make sure your back heel is lifted. Eight, 7, 6, 5. Here's 4, 3, 2. Hold. Open it up. Come through. Come through. That was supposed to flow right to the front of the room. Sometimes it doesn't work that way, and that's all good. And I press. It did. Press. Squeeze the chest muscles. Pull that belly in. For 8, 7, 6, 5. 4 more, and we'll face the other direction. And 3, and 2. Hold it parallel. Turn with it. Front knee over the ankle. Zip up that spine. I curl and press. Exhale, inhale. My arms are parallel to the floor. Palms are turned in. They can be turned up. Or pick maybe low bicep curls. I go for 8. Take your time. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Weights go to the mat, on each side of the mat. Take your arms inside that leg that's bent, and I'm going to take the other leg back further. Feel a nice, lovely runner stretch here. Try to have your front heel flat. And again, the arm is inside that thigh. Take that leg back. And let's bring the other leg forward. And the arms are inside that thigh. Shoulders are relaxed. Belly still engaged. Take that foot back. Now let's just do a little alternating. I take that foot forward. Take it back. Other foot forward. Take it back. Forward. You go your own pace. Maybe you just hold one side and then switch to the other. We'll just do one more each leg. Try to have the foot flat. Hold here, lower to your knees, and stretch back. Arms go behind you. Curl the fingertips to the wrists. Good. Take one weight. I'm going to cue right and left, okay? Take one weight into your right hand. Take the opposite leg behind you. Keep the hips square. Take now and turn the palms to face behind you. I'm going to sweep that arm back as my leg lifts and everything comes back down to the mat. I exhale and inhale. Parallel and lower. So I'm requiring my core to balance my body here. Try to make sure you're not leaning onto that standing leg. The hip should stay in line with your knee. Squeeze the back of that arm as you bring the arm up. 8 and 7, 6, 5. Button belly, tricep. 2 more. Hold this one up and let's pulse it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Put the foot down, put the weight down. Add the other hand to the mat. Remember which leg was just on your mat. Slide that leg back to a plank. I'm going to connect my heels. Squeeze into your armpits. You can stay on your knees if you'd like and do a modified. Make sure your back is flat. Hide those shoulder blades for 4 and 3. Opposite knee goes to the mat. Grab onto the weight. Opposite leg is still behind you. Point those toes. Straighten that arm that has the weight. Palm faces behind you. Lift the leg and the arm as you balance, and then lower down. We're not going to rush through these. We're going to make sure we feel muscles working. Every once in a while, glance down at that thigh and make sure the hip and the knee are in a straight line, and we're not going into a diagonal. The crown of the head should be nice and long. You should feel no stress in your traps or your neck. We'll go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold this one up. Little pulses. 1, 2. Reach longer. Pull the belly in stronger. 4, 3, 2. Foot down. Release the weight. Go back into your plank. Any plank you prefer. Tuck your tail. Scoop your belly. This should not be the easy part of the class. Hold for 8, 6, 4, 3, 2. To your knees. Stretch back. Woo! Nicely done. Okay, I'm going to flip around. I'm going to grab back onto my weights. I'm going to reach my legs nice and long. Still engaging my core, pulling it in and up. Reach those weights past your toes. They're parallel to the floor, so they're not dropped down like this. They're right here. I'm going to roll it back, mount the shoulders. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Inhale here. Exhale, just draw the chin to your chest and hold right here. So right now, I feel no strain to my neck. Core is engaged, shoulders are melted. Draw both knees into your chest. Nicely done. Take the legs to a tabletop. I'm going to take the arms towards my knees, parallel, up and down. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. You never have to lift your head in Pilates, but if you do, it's chin to chest, eyes to navel, shoulder blades off the mat, base of the shoulder blade touches. You're firing those armpit muscles. When my arms go down, I'm going to press my legs out. Back is heavy. 4, 3, 2. Hold it out here. I'm going to lower my legs, if I can, eyes and toes, and do these little, tiny little swimming. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Legs down. Bring it back up and over. Release those weights. Bring those hands behind you. Reach those arms up. Head goes heavier. Bring the arms back down. Take them back up. Inhale, lower them back down. One more. Separate those arms. Grab onto those weights. Bring them parallel to the floor again. And we'll stack our spine for 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Feel like your chest is going through a door frame. Pull the thumbs back to the armpits, elbows wide, and press it back out. And pull. You can always sit with your knees bent. You can sit cross-legged, but make sure you're not sitting real heavy on those sits bones. Yes, I liked how you fixed that. That cue is for you. And I'm sure others too. Let's not lie. 4 and 3. Yep. And 2 and 1. Flip those palms, shoulders down. Inhale. Exhale, come back right to about here. My tail is tucked. Lift the leg as you bicep curl. Put it down. Keep switching. Exhale. Inhale. Good. Push down the move, or the day is not moving. Push it down as you lift that leg. Pause. And pause. And 4. And 3. And 2. And 1. Flip those palms. Roll all the way down. I'm in a Pilates V now. And I do my first roll up. Eyes to belly. Inhale. Find that lower back. Flex. Exhale. Drive those heels long. Bring it back. If the weights get too much, get rid of them. Or another option you can have is to go to one weight and hold it long ways like this. And when I press into the side of my weights, I can feel those armpit muscles working. And reach. Bring it back. Melt those shoulders. Tuck your tail. You're ironing out your spine. 1 more. Reach it long. Bring it back. I'm going to put one weight back in each hand and bring those arms all the way up. Palms turned in. And I'm going to take my legs to a tabletop, one leg at a time. So right here, I'm going to imprint my spine. Keep the legs still. Let the arms open out to the sides on an inhale. Exhale, bring it back up. Inhale. Exhale, scoop the belly deeper. The back of my head is gently pressing into the mat. I feel my chest opening. I feel my chest strengthening. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. 1 more. Hold those arms up, shoulders down, straighten those legs up to 90, and take it to a Pilates V. I'm going to keep my right leg here. I'm going to lower down my left leg. You can keep it straight or you can bend that knee. My right kneecap is still turned away because it was in the Pilates stance. I'm going to circle this leg towards my center and zip up. Round 2, come up. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. 1 more. Reverse. Now the other hip should still be lying there with the other hip. I'm moving my leg from the core. Last one. On a scissor, switch legs slowly with control. So turn that left kneecap away from you. Anchor down that rib cage. Where are your shoulders? And let's take that leg across the center. Zip up 1. Inhale, exhale 2. Round to come up 3. Your back should not be going with you. 4. Where's the breath? And reverse. If your leg is straight out onto that mat, press that leg into the mat as an anchor. Inhale, exhale 3. Inhale, exhale 2. Inhale, exhale 1. Hold it up. Add the other leg to it, Pilates V. So we're going to go back to those flies. And when my arms go out, here we go, my right leg will come down. And I bring it back up. The left leg. Inhale 2. Exhale 2. Inhale, open that chest. Exhale, bring it up. Inhale. 2. Exhale. Reach that leg long. Scoop that belly in strong. Inhale. 2. Exhale. You choose how low you drop that leg, because if it's taking that back with you and the hip doesn't feel good, why are we going that low? Can you try to have those toes reaching longer? I should not be able to fit my hands underneath that back. One more each leg. Inhale. 2 exhale. Last one. And I'm going to draw my knees in and rest my weights on my shins. If you need more of a release for your hips, take the knees further apart. Pull the knees towards you. Make sure those shoulders are relaxed. I'm going to keep those weights on my shins. And remember, when I cue eyes to belly, you don't have to ever lift your head. I'm going to cue inhale, nothing. Exhale, nod that chin in your chest. You should feel no strain whatsoever. Reach those arms parallel to the floor. I'm going to take my right knee in, my left leg out. And as I do that, my arms will reach into a diagonal. I switch legs, my arms come back to parallel. Inhale. Inhale. Now this is hurting your back. You want your legs higher up. Because the further I'm away from my center, the harder it is. Squeeze lemons in those armpits. Keep the shoulders connected to your back. I inhale one leg. I exhale another. And I inhale. And I exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Both knees in. Weights on your shins. And place your head down. If your neck is starting to get cranky, look to one side of the mat. Stretch it. Look to the other. Good. So here I am again in my start position. I can inhale nothing to prepare. Exhale, nod your chin to your chest. Now reach those arms parallel to the floor, palms still turned in. Press both legs out, but turn out to a Pilates stance. Come back in parallel. Inhale, 2, 3, exhale. Press it out, 2, 3, bring it in. I'm going to sweep my arms open like a snow angel. Exhale, bring it back in. Inhale. Let's think of a sand angel instead, yes? I think I'd rather think about that than snow. Come back in, especially next to a lovely pool. Inhale. 2, 3, exhale. Could you give me one more? Rest the weights on your shins. Place your head down. Stretch the neck if you need it. Okay. If your neck is getting cranky, I would suggest maybe keeping your head down for this one. I'll inhale to prepare. Exhale, nod that chin to your chest and curl back up. Take those arms straight up over your chest. Zip your legs up in a Pilates stance. My right leg will go towards the weights and then my left. Right, left, right, left, right, left. Now let's go into a little bicycle. Bicycle. Reach those arms parallel to the floor. If you want, you can bicycle up. And I bring my spine back down. And I bicycle up the hill. I bicycle down the hill. Let's try one more. And release. Head comes back down. Check in with the body. Know when to modify, know when to push harder. So I'm going to put one weight down. I'm going to put the other weight between my feet. If you find that that may not be a safe thing for you, if you're afraid you're going to hit yourself in the face, don't use the weight. Okay, that's my little liability waiver. Don't use the weight if you're going to think it's going to drop. I put my hands underneath my seat. I'm going to zip these legs up, and I've got my feet pressing against that weight. You can keep your head down or take it up, or maybe a couple reps down, a couple reps up. The legs are going to go down, 2, 3, scoop and come up. Now you can't let your back lift off that mat. How do you avoid that? You anchor down the core and the hips. The tail is nice and long. Pull that belly in strong. Inhale, 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 exhale. 1, 2, 3, bring it in. Let's add on. Come down for 3. Frog in. Zip the legs up. Inhale, inhale, inhale. Down, 2, 3, bring it in. Zip it up. 1, 2, 3. Do you know where your back is? One more. Inhale as we lower the legs. Exhale in. Grab onto your weight. Yay, we all survived that. Thank you. Drop your knees to one side. Drop them to the other. So I have that one weight. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. If you don't have that weight, grab onto it. So I'm going to put the weight into my right hand, and my left hand's going to be behind my head. Draw the knees into your chest. So I like to come in close to my body, get my back nice and heavy, nice and supported. So my right elbow is bent right now. I'm going to bend in my left knee, push out my right. And as I'm doing that, I'm going to punch my weight up and rotate towards the bent leg. So I don't take my weight across, I'm punching it straight up. Then I'm going to come back down and bend that elbow. Do that again. I'm going to punch straight up, push that leg out, rotate, try to have the shoulders off the mat. Spine is heavy, but I've got rotation. Come back in. Does that make sense? When I am twisting, my hips are staying in a straight line. I'm not tipping my hips. Got it? So check that out. Punch straight up as I come over. Bring it back down. Exhale. Push. Inhale. Press it up. Press into that oblique that you're twisting towards. Can anybody feel these? Okay. Like, well, yeah. Just checking. One more. And then release your feet. And if you'd rather do a stretch, do a little quick stretch. While I'm doing that, I'm going to put the weight in my left hand. My right hand goes behind my head. Draw the knees way in. So it's going to be my right knee coming in, my left leg going out as I punch my left arm up. I'm rotating towards the right. So I punch it up. I rotate. Bend the elbow back in. Come back in. Spine is heavy. Hips in a straight line. You're more than welcome to do what you need to with your head. But your hand is back there to support the head, not to lift you up. Be mindful of that. Exhale, pause, get deeper into that oblique. Inhale, reset. Two more. Bring it in. Last one. Push it up. Rotate. Back is heavy. And release. One weight in each hand. Hold them on your mat like you're holding a hammer. They're close to your side. My knees are bent. My legs are one fist width apart. I'm going to try to line up my heels, the back of my knees. We're going to articulate this bridge. So I'm going to tuck my pelvis. My seat comes up first. My belly went in deeper. And I'm going to keep coming up. And as I'm coming up, I'm driving my knees forward. The back of my arms push down. My neck is relaxed. Articulate that spine back down. Take your time. Your glute's still up there. It's still up there. Then it's going to start to come down, but it comes down last. And again, tuck the tail. We're going to inhale up. Exhale down. Take your time. 5 counts up on an inhale. Tuck 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Take it down. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now reach your right leg straight out onto the mat. I'm going to drive my knee in towards my chest. At the same time, I'm going to lift my spine as one unit into a bridge. So as I'm coming up, my leg comes in. I press it out, but don't touch the mat. Drive my knee in. Press out. Back of my arms are still pushing into the mat, as well as my shoulders. My chest should feel open. My neck should feel no strain. Lift up. Press it out as you lower. Lift it up. Lower it down. 2 more. Hold this one here. Tap your right toes. Draw the knee back in while you hold that bridge. Down and up. 3 more. Keep those hips level. And 2. How about the inner thighs? They're still working. Yes. Put that foot down, fix your bridge, and lower down. Woo! Now slide the left leg out. Now this is the only time it's touching that mat. Because once I get started, it hovers as it comes back out, okay? So as I go in that single leg bridge, I draw that left knee in towards my chest. Kick it out. Press the arms and shoulders down. They're your anchors. The leg that's not moving, your stabilizing leg. Can you please fire that inner thigh? It's like my hand is against my inner thigh, and I'm pressing into that hand. Glutes need to be firing or your hamstring's going to talk to you. 2 more. 1 more. Hold it in. Hold it in. Square off those hips. We tap the toes slow. Back to table. Slow. Back to table. 3. Love it. 2. And 1. Foot down. Fix your bridge, please. Inhale. Exhale. Melt down. Take your time. Feel your chest, collarbones releasing, opening, spine lengthening. Slide your legs out. Sit up. Now time's over. Woo! Okay. Take those arms parallel to the floor. Now the key here to safely being able to hold a weight out here is to engage this muscle right here. That's why I call it the armpit muscle. I want you to hold a lemon in that armpit. Good. So I want you to twist towards me, towards the pole, and that arm is going to pull back. You're going to sit taller. Bring it back out. Reverse. Other side. Bring it back out. I'm going to inhale. Exhale. Your neck is along for the ride. It's staying with your spine. So you can't keep taking your neck if your spine has stopped. Press the back of those knees into the floor. Chest going through a door frame. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more. And we're going to right into our spine stretch. Put 1 weight down. Hold the weight long ways. Fingers reaching long. We're going to inhale up. On the exhale, just take your chin to your chest. Stretch the back of the neck. Now my shoulders are going to round forward. My belly's going to scoop in deeper. I'm going to keep that lower back where it is. I'm going to lower my weight to the mat. Bring it up parallel. Squeeze the seat and belly. Inhale up. Exhale. Peel. Take your time. Lower the weight. Lift the weight, belly goes in deeper. Inhale. Never feel this in your back. That means that you're not squeezing the belly and the core enough, or the booty enough. Exhale. Relax those shoulders. Connect them to your back. Lower the weight. Lift the weight. Stack that spine. Inhale. No leaning back. No leaning back. Think taller. Exhale. Lower the weight. Lift the weight, and then just stack your spine, bend the elbows down towards the mat, and bring your knees in. All right, so I'm slightly leaning back so I feel my abdominals engaged. If you feel them even here, maybe you want to be just here if it's feeling yucky to your back. But you can go back as far as you'd like. We're going to do a little twist with our weights. And twist. Take your time. If it makes you dizzy following that weight, then just look straight ahead. Twist. Take your time. I'm wringing water out of my rib cage. My sits bones are equal. My hips are staying in a straight line. Check this stuff out. If it's too easy, come further back. If it's still too easy, take your feet off the floor. If it's still too easy, extend the legs. So you're going to pick what is challenging for you, but not hurting your lower back. Choose wisely. Because if you feel strain in class, you take that strain a lot of times with you out the door. And I'm going to go for 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Feet down, weight down, come back onto your forearms. Take your legs back up to a tabletop. Open the chest. we're going to take our toes down towards the mat, draw them back up. Down for 2. So if you feel like you're rocking and rolling on this part of your back, you are arching and collapsing. So you're moving that spine. Your spine should be very still. The only thing it's moving are your legs, and they're moving from where? Your core. So you know the answer, but are you putting that into the body? Right? I know you know the answer because 9 times out of 10, the answer is core. You can also do a 1 foot. You can do a 1 foot. You can have 2 feet down and go up instead of holding up and tapping down. There's so many ways to do this. Make it worthwhile. That pelvis cannot go with you. That belly scooping in and up. Shoulders down. And 2. Good. And 1. Feet down. Press through the heel of your hands and sit tall. Open that chest. Round your spine. Come back onto those forearms gently. Shoulders down. Press through the heel of those hands and zip up. Enough torture. Let your knees fall out and come forward. We could have done a couple more reps of that. Yeah. So keep your hands on your ankles, but pull your feet towards you. Stay with me. Stay with me. This is time for your body. Are we doing any other workouts today? And I need you to give that body 110%. It's counting on you. Shoulders down. Okay, knees only as much as I. Knees are only as wide as your frame. Take one leg. Squeeze your seat. Now stay within the frame of your body. This leg shouldn't be way out here. Put it back in. If you need to, your toes can stay on the floor. So you can keep one set of toes on as you lift the other. Let me show you another modification. Hands behind the thighs. But don't get caught always going to this. That was me. I kept always doing modified, You've got to try every once in a while. Shoulders down. I'm going to hold this leg up. Slowly add the other leg. Shoulders down. Now remember where I show you the modification. Bend your knees, hands behind your thighs. Melt the shoulders. Don't rock. Don't rock. We're balancing. Bring those legs together. Let go with the right arm. Let go with the left. Lower your legs. See, you didn't trust me. I'm like, I know you can do it. Okay? Let's go to saw. And then we're going to go back to our weights. Arms reach long. Shoulders are down. And again, straight legs is not important. It's long spine. Okay? So some of us probably need to be here. You can even be here. Okay? All right. So as wide as the mat. Feet are flexed. Arms reach long. Twist to the pole. Inhale. On the exhale, soft your baby toe. Look at your back hand. My spine, pause right here. My spine is the same as it was a second ago. I just added a scoop in. Okay? Inhale up. Don't have the shoulders up to your ears. Exhale, look at your back hand. Inhale up. Rotate, rotate, rotate. Big exhale through the lips. Gets all the air out. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale. One more. Inhale up. Exhale. Bring it up to here. Hands go to the mat. And slide your hands out as far as they can go. Reach it forward. Neck and shoulders relaxed. Now slide your hands back towards you, stacking your spine. 4, 3, 2. On your stomach, slide your weights forward. Okay, I'll meet you down on the mat. So let's start with our traditional swan before we go to our weights, okay? So if your back is extremely tight, you have an issue with your back, take the legs wider. I'm going to cue the legs one apart. Your belly is not collapsed while you're laying on this mat, FYI. Pull that belly in, make a house for a mouse. Don't smash that little mouse. Hands are under the armpits, elbows pointed behind you. Forehead's resting on your mat. Roll a marble with your nose, lengthening out the crown of the head. Lift up the chest, shoulders go down, squeeze the bum, keep the belly button on the mat. Exhale, come back down. Let's do that again. Roll a marble, shoulders go down, squeeze your bum, come back down. Belly button stays on. Here we go. Lift up. As I'm coming up, my shoulders are going down. Let's just do one more as your belly button pulling it away from your mat right here. Here we go. Roll it up. Exhale. Now take your thumbs off the mat and your palms and take their thumbs towards your armpit, but my arms are parallel to the floor now. Press those arms straight out. Bring them back in. Press them straight out. Bring them back in. Squeeze those blades. Now this time, press out and pull the arms back, lifting up your chest. Palms are sliding right across the shelf. Bend your elbows and lower your chest and press right back out. Lift up. Bend the elbows, lower down. Press out. Exhale. Bend the arms. Press out. Inhale. Exhale. Now, if you want to do that again with your weights, you grab onto your weights. Okay, you don't have to. So if you got those weights, here we go. Bring it back. And release. Stretch back, scoop the belly, round the back. Ah, lovely. Relax that neck. While we're here for a brief more 3 seconds, inhale deeper, expand the rib cage. Exhale, hold the air back out. Think of that accordion. One more. Inhaling and exhaling and come into a quadruped position. I'm going to take a weight and put it behind my right knee. I'm going to put the other weight underneath my left hand. So let's do the leg first. All I'm going to do is lift it up and bring it down. Remember, the standing leg, it should be knee over hip. So some of us have our hands out too far, right? Make sure that line is there. And you want to keep that line. Lift up. I'm squeezing into my armpits to give my shoulder girdles some support. Crown of my head is long, relaxing that neck. So my left arm, that elbow is going to pull back. And when I lift my leg, I'm going to straighten my arm and then bend it. So the leg isn't straightening with the arm, it's just lifting. Yep. Take your time. Out, in. Wonderful. Know where you're feeling this at. Gotta have body awareness. 4, 3, 2. Now hold that leg up. Flip the palm to face the ceiling and pulse. Hit those triceps again. I love to hit those triceps. In women, that's one of our areas we hold fat. Let's work it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. If you need a little release for your wrists and your back, you would just do a quick little child's pose. We're going to bring it back up. Here we are. Put the weight behind your left knee. You don't have to use a weight, by the way. And then the right hand's got the other weight. We're going to rehearse with the leg first and make sure we have all of our critical connections working. Belly pulling in, shoulders down. And yes, my glutes are still wrapping, firing. I'm still taking my standing leg, that inner thigh, and wrapping it around to the outside and back. Watch that standing leg. Make sure you got knee over hip. Pull that right elbow back and get ready. When I lift my leg, I kick that arm back. My palm is turned in. Don't get cranky in the shoulders just because we added that other hand and weight. Take your time. Feel your glutes working, tricep working, of course, the core. Don't feel strain in the neck or the shoulders. You're squeezing a lemon in an armpit of that standing arm. 3 more here. Just 2 more. Hold this one up. Flip the palm up, pulse. Shoulders are away from those ears. I'm holding a lemon in both armpits, squeezing into them. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Stretch it back. Release that wrist. Yes. Enjoy the stretch. Do a couple breaths on your own. I'm going to come out into a forearm plank. So I'm going to hold hammers with my hands again. If you want a modified plank, you just get your knees back, but the hips come down like this. If I'm on my knees and my butt's way up in the air, it's too easy. It's too easy for you ladies. Full plank, I drive those heels back. I like to have my heels connected. You can have them in parallel. Now what we're going to do here is now if you need modification, the knee that's away from the pole will come to the mat for support. If you're already on your knees, you're already there, but you'll lengthen your right leg. Okay? So the right leg is going to stay straight. You can choose to, I shouldn't say right, the leg closest to the pole stays straight. The other leg can go down. I'm going to turn my body and the weight is going to come up like a goalpost. Yep. I'm going to lower the weight as I twist, come back up. So remember that back knee can be here. So I'm going to open up, everything turns towards the pole. My hips stay still. Lift up, come around. Lift up. 2 more. Woo! 1 more. And I come back around. And I'll go to a modified plank for a second. Shoulders are down. Push off that mat. When you're ready, you can stay on those knees or straighten those legs. So the leg closest to the pole can go down. The other leg will be straight. Take that arm away from the pole. Bring it up to that goalpost. Twist to bring it back down, but my hips didn't go with me. Inhale. Now keep that arm bent. It's a 90-degree angle. I'm not straightening it. You can always have that one knee down. Yes. Squeeze a lemon in that bottom armpit. Inhale as you lift. Exhale down. 2 more. Up. Don't lower those hips. I'm seeing these hips going downtown. Now come back around. Here we are. Hold for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Lower your thighs to your hips. Give me a wonderful extension. Shoulders are down. Push through those arms. I'm going to come all the way down. Swing the arms behind me to my sides, and my palms are going to face up. I'm resting my forehead on the mat. My legs are together. My belly is pulling in, making a house for a mouse. If you want to stretch your neck, look to one side of your mat. Look to the other. And I'm going to stop center. So I want you to shrug your shoulders. The weights will go with you. Shrug your shoulders. Roll them up. And then down your back so much that the weights come off the mat. And you're coming up in this extension. Then lower the weights down and lower your chest. Shrug the shoulders to your ears, roll them up so far back. The weights are off the floor, the arms are off the floor. Squeeze your bum, go into an extension, and then release. Shoulder shrug, roll them up. release down. Inhale as we shrug, roll them up. So far down, we exhale, squeeze your seat, reach for your heels. Come back down, one more. Shrug, up, reach, pull that belly in, and release the weights, and stretch back. Slowly, scooping the belly, rounding the spine. Your knees can even go as wide as your mat if you want to stretch more from the hips. Reach nice and long, feel that tail getting heavier. Enjoy the stretch. Take a nice big inhale. Make sure that neck is relaxed. Exhale. Give me one more, please. Inhale. And exhale. And good. Okay. Let's come on to our side with one weight. Match me where your head is. All right. Make sure you're not going to roll over on the other weight here. Okay. Let's go. Use your mat as a roller. Stay with me. Stay tuned. Slide your feet to the front edge. Hip over hip, shoulder over shoulder, bottom rib cage nice and light. Rest that weight on that top leg. Feet are going to stay parallel to one another. I'm going to pry this leg up slightly higher than hip height and lower down. I'm firing my core. Make sure you're not rolled back and come onto your side. So come all the way down. Unless you prefer to be up like that, did you? I didn't. Okay. Make sure you're not rolling back, hip over hip. I'm pushing my bottom leg down as I lift my top leg up. 4, 3, 2. Hip height, take the weight off the leg. The leg goes forward, the arm goes back. I give a push. Bring it back. Give a push. Exhale. Shh. Shh. I have to control this arm by holding a lemon under that armpit. Make sure your head is resting on something. I don't care what it is. You can roll up your sweatshirt and lay it between your mat and your head. Exhale. Exhale. Point the toes back. One more. Exhale. Exhale. Now drive the knee forward to your elbow. Press it out. Shh. Now I want you dusting a shelf with this inner thigh, right? So my knee isn't all of a sudden tapping down like that. That's a different exercise. I want you parallel reach. If this hurts your arm, just take the leg or get rid of the weight because that's a long lever here. I'm using a 2-pound weight. Even a 3-pound weight, that's the max I would use. That 1 pound makes a big difference. And 2. And 1. Now bring both knees in. And we're going to do clam. Open, close, open. And the arm is working rotator cuff. But some people want to do this with their hips. You got to make sure you anchor down, keep the hips stacked. 5, 4, 3, neck should be relaxed. 2, hold it, hold the weight still. Go knees, toes, knees. Hold that weight still. Boom. I'll take it down. I'll take my weight up. I'll take it down. I'll take it up. My weight's moving now. Woo! 3, hello. 2, 1, and release. Bring yourself up. Okay. Other side. Got a little warm now, huh? Line yourself up with the back of the mat. Stay with me. Stay with me. I can tell you guys got a lot going on in your minds today. You got to release that. Release it. This is your time, and not just for your body, for your mind. I want to hear breath. Breath is part of the exercise. I got to cue it better on this series. All right. So slide your feet to the front edge of your mat. But everything else, stay on the back. One weight in your hand. That weight is optional. Rest on that top thigh. Hip over hip. Shoulder over shoulder. We pry this leg up. down. We have opposition going on. I need to see it. You're pushing your bottom leg down as you lift your top leg up. Relax those shoulders. And press. And press. Legs are super straight. Shh. Feel the outer thigh, outer hip. Feet are matching. 3. 2. Now come to hip height. Take the weight off the thigh. Hold it parallel to the floor. Leg goes forward. My arm goes back. Inhale here. Exhale forward. Reach those toes longer. Press that bottom leg onto the mat. Shh, shh. Don't move that torso. Don't move that torso. You got to pull that belly in deeper. One more. Now hold it back here. I'm going to drive my elbow to the thigh. Reach it long. So if that's not cool for your shoulder, don't go all the way or drop the weight. I'm still anchoring that bottom leg. I'm dusting a shelf with my inner thigh. I exhale, pulling it in. Squeeze that lemon, that armpit. Keep that control. Now bring both knees in. Weight touches the ground. Clam. Open. Close. Open. Push that bottom leg down. Don't change your hips. Keep that bottom rib cage light. Yes. Push. Push. Hold that weight still. I go knee to knee, toe to toe. Knee, toe, knees, toes. Add that weight. I go down. I go up, down, up. 3, 2, 1, and release. Sit all the way up. Whew. All right. Face me. Meaning turn in. So if your arms are completely done, right, we have bad form then if we try to force our body to do the weights with some more exercises. So if you need to, ditch the weights. Shoulders down. I'm going to start with my legs together. Then I'm going to roll it down on an exhale. You don't have to put your head all the way down. I'll nod my chin to my chest. I find my lower back. I bring it up. Exhale. Squeeze those thighs together. Work your center line coming down. The wrapping of the thighs will give you support to your abdominals. No momentum. I don't want any momentum. I'd rather you only go halfway down than come flying up and waste your body's time. Draw that chin to your chest. Lift up. Exhale down. Take your right leg up. Glue the inner thighs together. Bring it up. Inhale. Exhale. Switch the leg. You don't have to do a leg at all. Lift it up. You got it. Bring it down. If you want, do one leg again or take it to 2. Bring it back down. If you did one leg, do the other leg. Take your time. We'll do 2 more, giving you an opportunity to alternate each leg. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Hug it in. I'm going to cross my ankles, rock myself up, and come all the way here. Hands go towards the edge of my mat. Modified plank, I take my knees back. Otherwise, I'm taking my legs back into a Pilates stance. I'm going to lift my right leg. Pulse, pulse, drive your knee in. Leg back, heel back. 2 times. Come back to center, drive a knee in. Press the leg long. Pulse, pulse, drive a knee in. 1 more. Pulse your heel. Put your foot down. Lower your knees. Stretch. one more side to do. One more side. Back out to your plank. You can be modified. Try to be here. You can even put a big stability ball underneath you for support, or even a magic ring. Okay, left leg is going to lift up. I post that heel back twice. Drive my knee into center. Reach the leg. Now my heel goes back, back. Drive it in to hold that plank. Press the leg long. Heel, heel. Drive it in. One more. Heel, heel. Put your foot down to your knees and come to a high kneel. Give me some wrist circles here. Wrist circles. Good. Turn and face me. And we're going to plop down onto this hip. You're going to come into a little mermaid position. Grab onto your top shin. If you cannot sit tall like this, separate the legs. Lift up. Inhale, side stretch. Exhale, hold. Come onto your forearm. Keep your seat pressing towards your heels. Inhale. Exhale. Use this bottom arm to assist you coming up. Hook on. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Hands come behind you. Swing those legs around. Keep them together as one unit. Whoop. Grab onto your top shin. Zip it up. Inhale, side stretch. Exhale, lengthen. Inhale. Push through. Exhale. Hook on. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Get those butt cheeks to the heels. Nicely done. Sit crisscross applesauce. Let those hips get a nice release. I'm going to walk my hands out. You go as far as you'd like. Yes. Walk those hands back in. I want you to take your hands behind your lower back, clasp your hands, and slowly slide them down towards the mat as you zip up taller. Open up the chest, look straight ahead. While we're here, let's take our ear to one shoulder. Beautiful. Ear to the other shoulder. Still zip up that spine, please. Bring it back around. Press the palms towards me as you round back. Now on an inhale, bring those arms straight up. Sit as tall as you can. Stay just as tall as you exhale all the way down. Let those shoulders go heavier. You can even feel you're pressing through the heel of your hands to zip you up taller. We're going to drive home like this today. Nice and tall, core engaged, neck in line with that spine, and you have made it. Now don't all of a sudden go, right? Good job today.